You are still taking your medicine. That is what I've concluded. You are still on your mid.
All right. I'm going to apologize for being late again. Debbie and I just sit backstage, and I was having a whole conversation with the chat. And then I noticed Drea's comment, the congregation, we need the band to play. And I looked, I said,
She
Debbie, we're not live.
didn't press live, but she has started. The show was playing videos and everything.
Good morning. I don't want to hurt my throat. I'm serious. We were talking 10 minutes. I came, I thought I started the live at 8:04. And we weren't even live.
It was a really good show, y'all. Thank you. Tune in again next week.
I'm so sorry. I'm done. I'm done. The show's over with. I'm done, Debbie. I don't believe I did this shit. We had a whole conversation. I happened to look. I see Drea's comment. I said, "Oh, Debbie, shit, we're not live." Okay, guys. I took medicine yesterday. I slept yesterday. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I saw two of the crackheads' lives, and I'm just done. I am done. I am done. So let me go back and say hi again. Let me go back and say hi again. Okay. I'm sorry. Good morning, Gamecock. Bree, Tracy. I did all this already. Trey, I'm so sorry. Marsha E. Aesops. Oh my God. Ryan, good morning. Gwen Braston, good morning. Snuggle Bunny. Debbie H. Ooh, let's go, gal. Oh my God, I feel so stupid. Oh God, let's see. It's gonna be one of those days. One of those damn days. Let's see who else. Michelle LaBelle. Okay. All right. All right. Let me keep going. If the shoe fits, Amber. Good morning. Uh Mob Tube Chronicles. Good morning, sweetie. Hi, Ann. The choir should have been singing. Okay, let's see. Party Rock, good morning. Oh my God. Marty Mari, good morning. Be quiet, Debbie. Just be quiet. I'm coming. Okay, so I think I caught everybody. Hi, Savage. Good morning. Good morning, Chantel Gucci. Good morning. So I was talking because yesterday, as I told you guys, I was researching foster kids and fatalities and abuse within the foster system, and I ran across the video about the young man in a young child in North Carolina that was found handcuffed um, to the porch with a dead chicken tied around his neck. And that was 11 years ago. So I am finding all of these stories that are just, I sent your books. Ooh, thank you, Mob Tube Chronicles. Um, is Grumpy going live today? I didn't see anything for Grumpy, but for everybody that didn't see it, I wanted to share it with you guys. And that's what I was playing when I realized that Debbie hadn't hit the go live button. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
wait, hold on. It ain't my show.
uh,
I am just a passenger on this bus.
you have just as much access as I do. So you didn't hit the go live button. It's all your fault. All right, here we go. Oh, excuse me.
Moving on now to North Carolina. Excuse me, and this story is just shocking. It's occurring just a few miles south of Charlotte, and authorities there say they've stumbled on an absolutely sickening case of child abuse.
Listen to this. A child handcuffed to a front porch, a dead chicken tied around his neck. CNN's Rosa Flores is on that story. Good morning to you, Rosa.
Well, Martin, Zoraida, there are many shocking factors to this story, and perhaps one of the most shocking is the profession of the mother in question. She actually works for the Department of Social Services. The outside of this North Carolina house provides clues of the alleged horrors happening here.
The child had a dead chicken hung around his neck.
Sheriff's deputies say that 11-year-old boy was shivering while allegedly handcuffed by the ankle to the porch. When the deputy asked the owner what was going on, another child opened the front door, releasing several large dogs that chased the deputy to his cruiser.
Man, he come out of there like greased lightning when he come back out.
Authorities won't get into the details, but the owners of the house, Dorian Lee Harper and Wanda Sue Larson, now face intentional child abuse, inflicting serious injury, false imprisonment, and cruelty to animals charges. Authorities removed 5 children from the home, ages 8 to 14, 4 adopted kids, and the one allegedly handcuffed, a foster child.
That was awful. I just wished I'd have known that was going on because it would never went on.
Harper is a nurse. Larson is a supervisor at the Union County Department of Social Services. Because of her job title, she also faces failure to discharge her duty as a public official.
Yes, she works for Social Services. Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Larson wasn't at the house when the child was found allegedly handcuffed, but she's accused of being complicit. All of the children are in the custody of a social services agency outside of Union County. And we should add that the sheriff tells CNN that that boy on the porch is the only one who appears to be mistreated. Harper and Larson are scheduled to face a judge for their initial appearance on Monday. Martin, Zoraida.
Thank you, Rosa. Rosa Flores covering that story for us from New York this morning.
And Union County, North Carolina Sheriff Eddie Cathy is joining us by phone. Thank you for taking time to talk to us about this horrific case this morning.
Sheriff, what led you to conclude that the 4 other children in the home had not been abused?
Well, that's a little misleading. We have not concluded they haven't been abused. We've just seen no obvious sign other than a small amount of weight loss in those children. But we're still investigating this, and the investigation will tell that.
And we understand from the reports that you found this really by happenstance. I think it was an officer who was responding to something that was happening in another home and happened to see this little boy on the porch. He was handcuffed, and he had a dead chicken around his neck. Do you have any explanation
now,
for
what was the purpose of the dead chicken? Why was he handcuffed? And why are social services workers being able to foster children? This is going on far too often for my taste. And this was 11 years ago, Debbie. 11 years ago.
For that, when you talked to the homeowners?
Well, when we talk to the homeowners, no, but we don't have any idea of what would possess anybody to handcuff a child out on a porch on a cold, wintry morning with very little clothes on and tie a dead chicken around his neck. I can't understand that, and I'll be honest with you, I'm glad I can understand it.
Right.
And so they haven't said anything to you? I mean, you must have questioned them both. Have they given any kind of explanation as to what was going on?
The male subject that was arrested actually requested an attorney and has not cooperated, and Miss Lawson has cooperated, and she has given us a lot of information.
Is there any information you can share with us?
Well, there's not much information we can share with you. It is that she works in this, so we know she knew about it. She knew right from wrong. She knew the law. Any person with any common sense knows that you can't treat children this way. So our officers will continue to talk to them as they will talk to us, and we will talk to these kids, and then we'll make a determination as to how to move forward with the prosecution.
This was a foster child who was found outside, handcuffed by the officer.
Wendy, that's what I was thinking. Maybe he accidentally killed the chicken, so as a punishment, they tied it around his neck, but that's still cruelty. And a handcuff a 10-year-old, what they're saying 11-year-old, is disgusting. With a dead chicken, knowing it's going to bring all these flies and all this other shit. That is horrible. Don't know how long the little boy was handcuffed with the dead chicken or anything.
Have they had other foster children? I mean, could there be concerns of previous children that have been in their care?
Well, it is a concern. The 4 other children over there were adopted children. So those are questions that we will have to answer as we move along is, how did they adopt those children? How did they get those children? How was their home visits? If you look at this home, we also, along with law enforcement, run the animal shelter. We wouldn't allow this family to adopt an animal out of the animal shelter.
Damn! That's how bad the home was. Jesus Christ. But she worked for the Department of Social Services. So who knows if she had home visits?
And this particular family had never been in trouble with the law before?
Would know of nothing yet.
All right, Sheriff, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us this morning. Sheriff Eddie Cathy, Union County Sheriff there. It's just mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling.
It's a horrific story that just, I mean, you want...
Yeah, there's no justification. So I'm going to see what kind of time they receive. Debbie, do they tie dead chickens around kids' necks in Barbados?
No, we'd be too busy eating it.
Okay. This is crazy. It's disgusting to see this. And this was 11 years ago. 11 years ago. So anyway, my apologies again for being late. Again, it's Debbie's fault. She could have hit go live and I would have joined at 8:30 like I thought. The live stream was set for 8:30, but it wasn't. My fault. So Debbie, what did you do? We took the day off yesterday. You were dead tired. My voice was gone and now it's cracking again. But so what did you do yesterday?
Well, we had a little incident in my neck of the woods.
What happened?
Yesterday, when you and I had spoken, like I was up early, I had done a bunch of stuff, and I noticed that the water pressure was getting low. So I said, you know what, let me just hop in the shower. So I hopped in the shower and like hardly any pressure. So I'm like, okay, let's get this. It's gonna be a 1-2 real quick. Get in, get out. Okay. So I said, you know what, let me put on my clothes. This is a thing. Let me get out of the house, go and run a few errands because I had to make an Amazon return. And then I wound up down by Costco to go get some gas, which led to me going shopping. But anyway, that's not the point. When I go downstairs to my car, I noticed that the main entry and exit and half of our parking lot is flooded with water.
Oh, damn.
Like, what the hell? Did the main burst? That's what happened. So I drive very carefully through the flooded exit and shut the other buildings down as I'm heading up to the main road. We're the only one that has water. Like, it's not even, I could say rain fell or anything like that. No. So I said, oh yeah, that's the busted main. Hopefully it'll get fixed. I go about my merry way. I text my neighbor and I let her know. And she confirmed to me that she had absolutely no water.
Jesus.
So I go run all my errands, come back. The water has evaporated or gone or whatever. So I guess the city turned off the water. I go and park. There's no water in my apartment when I get back. I unpack all my groceries, put away everything. And I go and lie down because I could care less. But I wake up a couple of hours later and there's still no water. And I'm like, okay, let me just go and buy a couple of gallons of water. Because the only bottled water I have in my house is seltzer water.
Okay.
And I get downstairs and
Kimmy.
I see the city is at work fixing the issue. So I trot right back upstairs. I tell my neighbor, the city's making the repair. Hopefully, we'll have water soon. And within, I would say, 45 minutes to an hour, the water is back on. Yay! Trauma averted. That was it. That was my day.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
You see, I slept like a baby. See, I wouldn't know if we had water in there. Look, I slept like a baby. I told you I took that cold and sinus flu. I took the liquid tea, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell y'all I put a little Henny in it, okay? And I laid down. I woke up again. I said my throat was bothering me. I did another little one, laid back down, covered up, and I was out again. This morning I got up at 3. I was like, okay, my throat's feeling better, but it's still a little scratchy. But I'm gonna be handling that because I can't let this shit come on me like it did the last time, and then it won't go away. But I
No
have all
problem.
kind of teas, Mr. Jimenez. I will be taking it. Trust and believe. Because I was in and out this week, and it's hot. Well, not hot here, but then the temperature drops way down. Then it starts raining with a little sleet. So, hi, Pam Labar. Pam, I was asleep last night. I will rewatch the link that you sent to me. I will watch it. I was just out cold, but I will definitely watch it. So I just needed to get some rest, I think. And then I got a little, so that didn't help either. But anyway, we're here. We're here. And I hear an echo. Debbie, you hear an echo?
No,
Okay, it's just me then. I'm hearing things. So,
that's your medicine.
but yesterday I went to, was it yesterday? Friday. I went to the store. Friday. I went to the grocery store and they had the prettiest oxtails, Debbie. I bought
Mhm.
every pack of oxtails.
Mm.
They were pretty, pretty, pretty. So I bought them and I was debating on cooking them today, but then I don't think I'm up to it. So I might just do it tomorrow or sometime during the week. But they are
Mhm.
gorgeous, hardly any fat on them at all. Hi,
Mhm.
sissy. Hi, sister. Hardly
Yeah,
any fat
I
on
went.
them at all.
I
So I
went
will
to
be
the
cooking those oxtails. And my sister told me I bet not be sending her a picture, but of course I will be sending the picture. Okay. Okay. You hear the echo as well. Okay. Hold on a second. I knew I heard an echo. Um, I heard the echo and it sounds like it's coming whenever I'm talking. Okay. Michelle LaBelle, good morning. Michelle Holman, good morning. All right. Where do you want to start?
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Jesus Christ. Let's do the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay, so the echo is coming from me. I really did not want to put on headphones. Are you still hearing an echo?
Hold on. Um she says it's me. Okay. Nope, I don't hear it.
Okay, so I turned down the volume. Okay, fabulous.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. Because I was hearing an echo and I'm like, what is that? All right. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Thank you, Michelle Holman. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. So yeah, her avatar was moving when I was talking just like now. All right. All right, Deb.
Oh, the reason why my avatar moves is because I'm doing this off of my laptop. I do not have my microphone or headphones put in. So basically, it's picking up what Heidi is saying, but I've turned it down, so it should be fine now. What are we doing? Which
We're gonna
show?
do the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I want to know, is this Dorit's first time sitting next to Andy?
Didn't she sit first chair when she had the robbery?
I was trying to remember if she sat first chair before. Okay. So anyway, thank you, Bree, for for being a member for 2 months. Guys, drop your membership milestones if you have them, because you're only allowed to drop them once a month. So God. This reunion kind of pissed me off. Okay, it did, because Garcelle was in the hot seat. Why was Garcelle in the hot seat? No idea. But
Because the Brokies, because this is what the failed Fox Force 5 is determined to turn this show into. The Brokey bitches of Beverly Hills. Because the hypocrisy of it all, and I feel Rinna is steering the boat.
you think?
And she ain't even on this show. They want to get rid of Garcelle, and it was a calculated effort. I don't understand how we have gone from women who had businesses and was moving and shaking, and I'm talking about Lisa Vanderpump and the girl who owned the basketball team.
Yes.
What was her name? I can't.
Dr.
She watched
Nazar,
in the school.
his wife, Paul's wife.
Right, Dr.
Yeah.
Paul's wife.
Okay.
We went from that to this. Kyle has no job. No job. Period. This is her job. Dorit has nothing and will have less than nothing if PK divorces her.
Yep.
The bitch that started it and has the nerve to say that people are not that interesting, Urka, is sitting up there saying, well, what are you doing? Are you dating? What are you showing us? You're showing us nothing. You're not, I guess you're just not that interesting. You showed us a broke bitch version of HGTV, and it didn't look that great in your rental. You're talking about, how you went through a divorce. Are you divorced?
She's not divorced.
And every time somebody asked you about that, you couldn't say nothing about it. You have shared nothing with us except pat your puss. But you got the nerve to turn here to a woman who is self-made. She had got a second house while she was on this show and a major production deal with Comcast Universal, is doing movies, both starring in and producing, has 3 sons, is a grandma. Her children like her enough to come on this show. And she is doing things. But I guess that's not relevant to y'all bum broke bitches, because y'all want to focus on misery and not on uplifting each other. Because I notice they don't like the 2 women that are showing what they're doing. They don't like Sutton either. And I got a bone to pick with Sutton. I'm glad Garcelle quit. And I said quit. Because I don't think she was fired. She quit.
She quit right there.
Because unlike the rest of them, minus Sutton, she don't need this show.
Minus Sutton, Jennifer Tilly, Kathy Hilton.
I'm only talking about the main diamond holders.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not talking about friends. But Sutton, you need Garcelle. Because you don't know how to fight quick-witted with these bitches. And if I was you, that for April Fool's Day joke that you sent out, you should make that really real and say that you're not returning. Because when you fight, you go below the belt. But yet you can't back it up. And you can't go below the belt with these. You just can't. So there is no wealth on this show anymore, other than Sutton and Boz.
Sutton, Boz, Jennifer, and Kathy.
I'm
But
not
they're not.
talking about the
Yeah, I
friends.
know you're not
I'm
talking about the
talking about
side
the main
characters.
diamond holders. There
Yep.
is no wealth on this show. This is the bum brokey bitches of Beverly Hills, and I am out.
Damn.
I am
I
out.
love Garcelle too. I really do. She has really since that second or first season when she came out, and I get it, when she first came on she had to play nicey nice, but when Dorit called her aggressive, that's when we saw Garcelle come out, and it was like, oh, you don't tell a black woman she's aggressive. You don't do that. You just don't. And you should know better, Dorit. But I couldn't understand that little uh when it was showing all of PK and Dorit's little moments, and then to come out with PK's um statement. Uh he declined to come on, and he says that she's doing character assassination, basically, is what he's saying. And even Kyle said she thought that Dorit was playing it up so she can keep her status on the show. But then Dorit goes, well, you knew I was asked back. Okay, that was that season. What about this season has now ended? Have you been asked back again? And she made it seem, she said Kyle has it in with the producers, and she know with the executive producers and the higher ups. So she knows she was asked back.
Yeah, but you have to try and prove yourself every season
And I
in
think she
order to
played it
keep
up because
it.
we discussed it. She played that up.
Mm-hmm. And the way how she portrayed PJ during this season, I don't blame him for saying it was character assassination, because it was.
It was.
It
And did you
was.
see how skinny? You see how her bones are poking out more than what they were?
Yeah, because the only time that she got a chance to eat is when she's on this show.
Mm. She's in. He says it's not fair to him or their kids.
Well,
What?
she sat down there on the reunion and said that he sees them on Saturdays when he's in town. That
Mm-hmm.
shit was uncalled for.
Uncalled for. So when Andy asked Kyle, does she think that fame has changed her? What fame? Being on this show? She's not an actress. Oh, I'm sorry. She was in British Vogue. What fame? What fame?
I don't know. The fame
Kyle
that's
just
in
said she's a lot
her
more
head.
angrier, and this is a Dorit she didn't recognize. What fame? But for her to call PK a monster. But he says that and Kyle said that she thought Dorit wore the pants in that relationship, but she's calling PK a monster. And she insinuated that he's still drinking. Did you not hear that?
Yep. Yep. Because what's your name? Erica and Boz were like, wait, is he gone back to drinking or something like that? They were whispering on the couch.
Hi, Dorit. Yeah, I mean, she put it out there. She goes, well, we're not allowed to talk about that. But why would you bring it up or insinuate it?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
Sutton even
right.
said she
Talking
was throwing
trash about
PK
people
under the
publicly
bus.
isn't going to help her. Nope, nope. And and PK should take this
Hi,
into court
ladies.
and say, look what she said about me.
Yep, it's bad. Even Sutton said it looks like she was throwing him under the bus. And she was telling her that if she's honest with her kids, and Sutton says she regretted not being upfront with her kids about the divorce, about him filing for divorce. She's given her advice, which Dorito doesn't want to hear. And she's lying, and she's insinuating that PK is drinking. And that's not right. So when Erica goes, wait, so I guess he's drinking. So she's planting that seed. So, oh God. Did you notice that Erica saw her table on the set?
No, here's the thing. She said that to distract and change the subject.
You think?
Yeah, because they were sitting down there for a good 10 fucking 15 minutes.
That's true.
And she chose that time to bring that up, and then subject changed. That's the problem with this show. There's too many fucking uncredited producers on it, and they're not wanted.
Now, didn't we hear, and we discussed this before, that that house that she's in was in foreclosure?
Dorito?
Yes.
Yes. And the story they put out was PK found out that the rate was too high for the interest on the mortgage. So he
Okay,
called
but
the
you signed that
bank.
paperwork in order to get in the house. So the rate was probably, girl, stop. Go ahead, Debbie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He decided to call the bank to negotiate it. They did not call him back, so he did not pay the mortgage. But banks in the last housing crisis, what was that? 2008 and 2009. A lot of the banks, when everybody was trying to get refinancing because the interest rates had dropped and all of that, they were telling people just don't pay your mortgage, and then that's the only way we could try to refinance it if we can see that there is, a need
I
for it.
remember that.
And I was just like, so ruin your credit.
Yep.
In order to get a bank refinance. Okay.
But
I'll skip that.
I'm trying to understand. How doesn't she know that her name is, or wait a minute, she doesn't know if her name is on the mortgage or
She
not.
couldn't answer that question. And it was a valid question, but she didn't understand why Sutton was asking it. It was trying to show that she doesn't know the financials of her marriage.
And she doesn't.
Her man has left her, and she is still beholden to him to pay the fucking mortgage because her salary can't cover her extravagant lifestyle.
But is it a mortgage? I thought that house was a rental after they sold the other house that they staged. But she's been in this house for 2 seasons now, I take it.
Right. This one is also bought under their shell company. This was supposed to be another flip, but instead they did the burglary, which fucked up them trying to flip it because nobody wants to buy a house that just been burglarized.
But Garcelle hit her again. And she said, you said that PK, Garcelle said, I didn't say that. I said she doesn't think. We all said that PK actually did this because of his gambling debts and the money that he needed. We all said it. Because why would... And what is this about Sutton and Garcelle not sharing their lives, their personal lives? Erica has no storyline. She has nothing. Nothing does she have.
How about if Erica starts sharing all the men that she be fucking for money, allegedly, all of this lifestyle that she is being propped up with? Who is propping her up with this lifestyle? Because all I saw was trash HGTV with some bad wallpaper. She showed us nothing this season.
And then
so
she
the
wants
hypocrisy of one side of the couch to the other is ridiculous.
And why does she want to know who is Garcelle dating? Now, if she's just dating somebody and she's not serious, why would she bring him on the show?
Or maybe that person that she went on 2 dates with and wasn't fuckable was also doesn't want to be on this associated with the show.
But for Erica to say she wished she was more interesting, girl, Erica, the only thing you had was the time when you were going through all of this and everybody was laughing at your at your punk ass. Everybody was laughing at you because
they're still laughing at her.
Well, they're still laughing at her.
She's the only idiot who's coming out of a marriage to an old man without
and still facing criminal charges. Look, and she's getting ready to go to court. So how more? So Garcelle doesn't have any of that. So why are you worrying about Garcelle's life?
But Garcelle showed more this season than Erica did. Erica showed us a redo, a renovation of a rental house, and we saw the launch of a new beach house. We saw her, Garcelle, doing her production work in one of the movies that she was in. Didn't the season open with her going to Atlanta or something like that for her movie that she was starring in and producing? We saw her new grandbaby. Yeah, moving and shaking. But what job does Erica have? Okay, Erica went back to Broadway to revamp Roxy. Well, she did that 2 years ago. Okay, I'll wait. What else she got? Where her men at? Where her men at? You can't call out somebody if you ain't doing the same thing. You
Exactly.
ain't even bring one boyfriend on this show.
Exactly. All the men that she's sleeping with, as you said, allegedly. And whose house? That house that
Son is
she's in,
modeling. Thank you, Marsha E. Forgot
supposedly
about
that
that.
house she's in is a friend of Tom's that let her stay there.
Then bring him on.
She can't.
Bring him on.
She has no storyline. She doesn't.
And
She
that's what
has
I'm saying. It's
nothing.
hypocritical because you can't call out somebody saying that they're lacking when you're even more lacking.
Yeah. Has Erica ever sponsored a trip? Has she ever had anything at her home? I think once when she first started. Has she ever had a barbecue? Has she ever had a party? Has she ever sponsored a trip? Has she done anything? I think she did when they went to Dubai. No, that wasn't her trip. That wasn't her trip.
It might, if she did, it probably was in one of her earlier seasons when she had money.
Damn, Savage. Yeah, because she hasn't done nothing. She's relying on the kindness of everybody else on the show that has money. You know what I mean? She and Dorito. Okay? She and Dorito. Um, I don't know. They just pissed me off with that. And then when they were talking about Sutton and Garcelle not showing their life, and then Garcelle jumped in with she feels that Kyle is not showing her life, and Kyle goes back to her saying, at the Chuck E. Cheese, if you want to be a lesbian, be a lesbian. Now, Garcelle said they all laughed about it after that. So why is it a big deal now? Kyle said she said it to embarrass her. So if you're embarrassed by being a lesbian or potentially being a lesbian, why would you be seen around town with Morgan Wade? Why would you have a tattoo with you and Morgan Wade? Why would you do all of that if you're, if you think people are embarrassing you?
Mm. Ouch.
That's what I don't understand. Why? Why bring her on the show? And then she said that Morgan didn't sign up for that, but you brought her on the show last season. Why? So do we believe that she's sleeping with Morgan Wade? Yep.
Hold on. I'm going through because I'm genuinely curious to see if she's ever sponsored a trip.
I don't know. It's not important, Debbie. I was just asking a question. I don't remember her sponsoring a trip.
The show.
I just don't.
This is weird.
I can't remember. Does anybody remember her? Hi, Lady
I
Red.
don't think she has because I'm going through every single one of these trips.
I don't think she's sponsored. I'm trying to ever remember her having a penthouse suite or her, having a master thing. I don't remember Erica sponsoring a trip.
Germany, season 8.
Just one?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was organized by Erica.
Germany.
Yeah, in season 8.
I kind of remember that. Okay, but I didn't know she
That's where
sponsored
she
that.
dressed as a dominatrix.
Yeah, but that's not. I thought that was Lisa Rinna. Did she and Lisa Rinna do that trip together?
No, Lisa did season 10 to Italy.
So they've been on
And that's
14
where they
years.
ganged up on Denise at the pizza shop.
Okay. All right. I don't remember her ever. See, that trip wasn't memorable to me then. Um, so what do we think about Kyle and this Morgan thing? And she's not speaking on that, but everybody can speak on Mauricio.
She better be careful with that, because I think either Kyle and Mauricio are staying married so that she can't testify against him in his upcoming cases, or Mauricio is not filing for divorce because his finances are tricky. And I say that based on
Yep.
what the sister said. Kathy said Mauricio ain't got no damn money.
Also, when Kyle came to Garcelle and Sutton off camera, Garcelle wanted to know, why did you come to her off camera? And then she said, after that, she and Sutton talked, and she asked Sutton, what did you say? And Sutton says, well, I think she was trying to protect Morgan. Garcelle said, that's not what you said. I was like, oh, shit. She said she thought it was a chess move. Why couldn't Sutton just say what she said?
Because Sutton is trying to be accepted. And look, I think Garcelle had her mind made up that she was not returning when she came into the show. And I think that's why when they were listing their intentions at the beginning of the episode, she said, I hope we get a cast picture, knowing good and goddamn well she wasn't going to take no fucking cast picture with none of these brokey bitches.
But, oh God, but did you hear when Kyle came on stage, how Garcelle said, Kyle is not even looking at me? Did you hear that?
Yep.
So Kyle brought up the fact that Garcelle didn't back up Sutton on that boat. Okay. And Kyle said that everybody was quiet. You and Jennifer. And she goes, no one came to her defense. And she basically told Garcelle that she was being mean to Sutton.
However, Kyle conveniently forgot that on the boat, although Garcelle and Tilly sat quiet while y'all obliterated Sutton, Kyle conveniently forgets to say, but I sided with Erica and not
Yep,
Sutton.
She did. She's not going to say that. And then when Andy asked Garcelle if she think that Sutton was obsessed with, he said obsessed with Kyle, and she says she thinks that Sutton just wants a relationship to be in. She wants Kyle. Oh, anyway, she wants to be important in Kyle's life. So she didn't say she's obsessed, but Sutton is just sitting there and she's not saying anything.
Because Sutton gave herself away at the end of the episode when she went to Garcelle's room and said, they're coming for me. She's just bracing herself for the attack.
Yeah, but they were coming for for Garcelle, and she did nothing.
I think that is true. And that is one of the reasons why Garcelle is leaving. That and the fact that she got better fucking things to do, like with her company. She don't need this show. Never has, never will.
Nope. Now, when they were talking about the house thing again, am I crazy did what's her name? Dorito say you intimated that it was PK and I. Did she say intimated? Because she didn't say insinuate. She said intimated. Because I wrote that down.
Then she went on the rant about how her husband would have to be a psychopath or something like that to do that to her.
Well, she said he was a monster.
But she's also here for a moment for herself, attacking a black woman as usual. So my thing is, what Garcelle and Sutton were talking about was nothing that the rest of us didn't talk about
And
here.
that's why she
Kitchen
asked.
table talk.
Yep, and that's why she was
And
asking,
what
didn't
they were
anybody else say it?
questioning, they did not imply that PK did it or that Dorit did it. What they were questioning, along with all of us, is why the robbers would have left the phone by the front gate.
Exactly.
And why the robbers only took her bags and not her wedding ring set that was right there on the bedside
Exactly.
table. And why do you have a security system put into your house because you were robbed before, but then don't turn it on at night?
When I'm home at night, my alarm system is on. It'll tell you in for the night. And yes, that's the way. So you can have kids running around. Now, if the doors happen to be open, you've got to turn the alarm off within a certain amount of time. But yes, the
But
alarm can be on with the kids running around the house.
her system is set up, right?
Yep.
So that the upstairs will allow for the children, if they're running in the middle of the night when they're supposed to be in their bed, if they decide to get up and go to the bathroom or go over to Dorit's room, it wouldn't go off. But downstairs would, and I don't
Yep.
think these kids are going downstairs.
They're not going downstairs. I said from the beginning, you said from the beginning, it was fishy as fuck.
She
You kept
admitted
your
that she did
wedding
not
ring.
turn on her alarm. If you have been the victim of a break-in previously, wouldn't you turn on your alarm? I know Kyle
Yep.
do. Kyle got them damn big German shepherds that only know how to speak German.
Exactly. So she knew, and that was one thing we did say, that she had her rings on that night when they came in. They took her purses, but that set that she had on her finger, maybe it's paste, who knows?
Let
But
me tell you something.
why didn't
Snuggle
they take
Bunny,
that?
I would agree with you if Kyle had the capacity to know what it is to be a friend. I don't think she has that capacity because she sure enough don't know what it is to be a sister. She's closer to Erica on this cast because Erica is a pit bull, and
Yep.
Erica can block for her,
Yep.
can
Nobody
deflect
else
for
will.
her, and fight for her.
Yep.
And she probably knows some of the secrets that Erica's holding that about her marriage and that situation. Because again, they was in the Fox Force 5.
So
Kyle brought on her lesbian lover on the show last season.
yep.
And that
Got
woman didn't like none
tattoos.
of this attention.
Got
And
tattoos
someone
on
said
the
it in the chat
season.
too. I believe Mo was embarrassed that Kyle cheated on him with Morgan.
Yep.
I don't think he was embarrassed that Kyle cheated on him with Morgan. I feel he was pissed that he couldn't get none of that pussy.
Ooh, Debbie. Erica is a leech. She is a leech. She really is a leech. So I just don't like her. And I can't wait till her trial starts. I really can't wait. Look, I really can't put all her shit out there since she's sitting up on this self-made pedestal. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm just can't. But when they went back in that dressing room and Sutton went in there, I'm not Erica, Garcelle just looked at her. Did you see her eyes? And
Yeah, she was
because when she
done.
said, they're coming for me, you didn't do anything to have Garcelle's back. What the fuck you think Garcelle's going to do for you? Nada. Handle your business. Handle your fucking business. Sutton, you're a wimp. Grow up. Get that backbone. Straighten it up. Be ready. Because none of them can touch you. As you say, your wallet is bigger than Dorit. Your wallet is bigger than most of them. So stand on your wallet, girl. Put that cash in there. Stand on it. I'm sorry. But Garcelle said, fuck Erica. Fuck her. I said, God damn, Garcelle. But this was I do believe you're right. It was a calculated attack. Mo probably wanted a throuple. Mo likes thruples, allegedly. And in my opinion, whoo. All right. Anything else you want to say about Beverly Hills?
I'm just,
And
I'm turned off. I'm not watching this next season. There's no need for me to watch this because none of those hoes can show me what I want to see or expect from Beverly Hills. None.
okay. None of these hoes. So you're not going to watch next season.
Bye, Gwen.
Bye,
No,
Gwen.
because Sutton is not enough for me to watch. And the rest of them, with the exception of Boz, is bum brokey bitches.
I think
Sorry.
Denise
I'm not
Richards may be
tuning
coming
in.
back. I think Denise
Huh?
may be coming. I think Denise might be going back to the Real Housewives.
And that's good for Denise. But if I want to see the psych ward, I'll go down to my local hospital. Sorry. I'm not interested in her neither.
Well, I can't watch it if they're just gonna have Boz on there because and Dorito. I can't watch it. Erica doesn't have a storyline. I think they really
And
need to
neither
start.
does Kyle. If we
Neither
want
does
to really
Kyle.
sit down and dissect this, Kyle comes every year to the reunion and says the same fucking thing. Go back every reunion, she says the same thing. She sat there, she said, I shared my life, I shared the troubles with my family and with my sisters and da da da. You haven't shared anything since season 1 when you called your sister
An
alcoholic and
alcoholic.
she accused you of stealing y'all mother's house from her.
Yep.
So you haven't shared anything since then.
Okay. What about the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Did you watch it?
Hold on, what if they bring on someone else interesting?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who else could they get.
I would love to know who would pique my interest because they would need to
Lisa
have money.
Vanderpump needs to come back, but she already said she would never go back to that show.
I don't want Lisa to come back. I really don't. And if she does come back, they gotta bring in the exterminator and get rid of all of the bum broke bitches.
I don't want Lisa Rinna back. Um, I don't want the lady with the fish mouth back. The one whose husband, unalived himself. Don't want her back. Um,
She was broke too.
yep. I'm trying to think.
Let me tell you, if they bring on Heather Dubrow and Christine from Bling Empire,
Yes.
I would tune in for that.
I just don't like Heather Dubrow. You know that. I don't like her. But it would
I
be interesting.
do.
It would be interesting since she's selling that house and building a new one.
She
Okay.
already bought a penthouse in Los Angeles, but she
Yep.
was also with that dude that does the real estate show on Bravo, and they were at a property in Beverly Hills with a tennis court, and she's been
What
she's
does
been
she need a tennis
live
court
on
for when
IG.
all of her kids are damn near gone? What does she need all that for? I would think she would be downsizing unless she's just buying real estate just to sell. But why you keep building for what? Your kids
She's
are
not
going
building
off.
this time. She's just buying property. These are established properties, so she's not
Okay.
building. My thing is that she does need a property of some size because she is still like Terry is still working and they still entertain.
Yeah, okay.
So like when she bought the apartment, I was like, it's large. Don't get me wrong. It's large, but I don't think it's suitable for entertaining. I think she belongs in a house,
Yeah, no
and I
people.
think she belongs on Beverly
Yeah,
Hills,
a lot of people don't even like Heather Dubrow. So okay.
and
Um,
that's why she would be interesting to bring on. Can you
hmm.
imagine her and Erica,
Oh, well, Erica
and then you
will
bring in
probably be
Christine,
salivating
and
over her
you
stuff
bring in
too.
you bring in the right Asian person, Christine, because She can get down and dirty with the best of them, and she knows how to flaunt her money. Erica and Dorit will be pushed off due to poverty circumstances.
Ooh, that would be interesting. I'm gonna have to write a letter to Bravo. Um, Now when we see Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay, Britt and Angela are trying to get to know each other, but I thought they knew each other. I don't know why. And they go for a walk, which lasted what, 5 minutes in the park, and then they sat down.
It lost my interest because I was more focused on whether they both had booty implants than
I was
listening to
looking
what
at
they
that
were
too,
saying.
Debbie, and it looks like it.
Uh, it was ridiculous. I didn't like that scene. I don't know what they said. I know one was pushing a pram with a dog in it, and that's all I took away from that scene.
Okay, so we know Angela is married to Charles Oakley. We know
Mm-hmm.
that Britt has the husband that we don't know what the fuck he does. Okay.
Right.
I didn't understand the scene with Britt and her sister because her sister was telling her, if I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you. Your husband doesn't need to be sitting right there, which to me is weird. Why is your husband got to be sitting there when you're having a conversation with your sister? And then I saw the sister's hair, which she's got that damn lace front with the damn baby hairs. And I don't know what the scar is in her chest. But that whole dinner scene to me, I didn't get. I really didn't get. Now, her sister is supposed to be the big sister, but
Mm-hmm.
she says that Angela says she takes care of her family.
Hello?
Yep, I'm here.
So you said Angela takes care of her family. I didn't
Angela
hear
says
anything
that
else.
she takes care of her family, and most
Mhm.
of that is with Charles's money. If I was Charles, I'd be mad too if my mother want to have a fucking opinion. You're
Yeah.
being taken care of. Shut up.
But so with her saying that, so she's using Charles's money to flip these 5 houses in Atlanta?
Uh-huh. That's Charles's money.
Oh.
And she said that he trusts her to do it. That's Charles's money.
Okay.
Now, girl, who was happy to see Ralph come from the basement? I said, God damn, Ralph was out of the basement. He was in the front yard with the kids. Don't they have backyards? Why can't they film in the backyard? Why everybody got to film in the front yard? Don't they have a backyard to play football in? But
Maybe
Ralph came out the
maybe
basement, girl.
but are they on a corner lot? Because the front yard might be bigger because it's a corner lot instead of the backyard.
I just saw the main street out there and I saw they had a picture. And look, I don't know, they could be. But Ralph was out of the basement.
I don't care
Okay.
about that either.
Uh, Drew was talking about co-parenting and they're doing what's right for the kids and they're going to leave the stuff for the lawyer, and she called Ralph a narcissist, and he says, well, a narcissist don't apologize, and I did. And she goes, oh, okay, yeah, they're really going through a rough divorce. I got you. Yep. And he said, what did he say? He said the only thing he wants is 50-50 custody of his kids. But Drew makes it sound like he's asking for all this money.
Mm.
So you don't like her. And then we have Dennis actually filmed with Drew. Did you not see Dennis with that too
Yeah.
small jogging suit on? Why does all of Dennis jogging suits fit him like they're 8 years old? When he used to be slimmer.
Because he won't stop eating hot dogs.
Oh God. But then they had this conversation about, him talking to Portia. He said, I'm gonna let you take the lead on that. And yeah, Portia said if Dennis films with any woman on that show that is not her, that was going to be a problem. And Bravo was nice enough to replay that part for us. So what do we think's going to happen now?
That's her personal problem that she got to deal with her baby daddy. But when it comes to business, Portia, you failed to deliver with your rich woman vibes. Instead, you pulled a divorce, and your husband pulled the prenup and said you can't film in your house, or rather his house. And so now we got to take the scraps of you filming on the street and in establishment. So I don't think you control nothing around here, Portia. So
Nada.
have several seats. I
Nada.
am not one to want to see Dennis, but at least it's better than what you offering right
And why
now.
does he have on a wool cap in the studio? I just don't
Maybe
get
it's
it.
cold. Maybe the
I guess his
AC is
head is
low.
cold. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like this whole thing between Drew and Dennis.
Ooh,
I don't like it.
Ryan.
And then
I don't
Portia,
think he want nothing to do with that older boy. He's only
yep,
focused on his kids.
yep. And then I hear, well, when Portia was in her confessional, she was like, she hopes Go Naked Hair does fire her ass. I was like, oh shit. But anyway, Kenya and her hair salon. Now we know next week is when she's going to show that picture. But Kenya's asking Kelly, how do you get clients in the door? And Kelly's bodyguard, what the fuck is he going to do? Look like he can't even run. Does he have a gun?
He big enough to take a bullet. Next.
Okay, because that's not a bodyguard to me. He's a big oof. He can't run and chase down shit. So, they were talking about her divorce and how the judge gave her a restraining order because he threatened to kill her in court. Girl, that's not a bodyguard. Kenya said that she's invested what 400,000 in her hair salon or her
Uh-huh.
hair spa, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
and now she wants to know how to get people in the door. You didn't think about that?
That should have been part of her business plan when she went to
Yes.
the bank.
Yeah, you didn't think about that. You didn't think about, traffic. You didn't think about location. Uh all the
She's got a
okay.
good location though.
Yep.
She's got a good location.
Okay. Okay. And she took her poor baby's college fund. Okay, got you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now
But
Angela
I
threw
think
this.
Kelly gave her good advice though.
Yes, she did. She did.
And
She
I
did.
was glad that Kenya actually opened up to anyone and showed some vulnerability, showed, admitted that she took her daughter's college fund to do this, and admitted to like fears of whether it was going to work or not. That I thought was a genuine episode. That I mean segment. That segment
She was
was
actually crying real
encouraging.
tears. Yep, she was crying real tears. But I
Yep,
can't
because all her
stand
makeup
Kenya
came
Moore.
off on that tissue.
Yep, I can't stand Kenya Moore. Never did. Never liked her at all. Can't stand her. She's not somebody that I would ever have any type of respect for at all. And I've been saying that for years. I don't like her at all. Um, Angela, she had that black excellence dinner at some place
Yeah.
called the Vault. What was it? The Bank, the Vault, whatever it was. And she said it was in a bad part of town. Why would you host a party in a bad part of town if you weren't feeling secure? Well, because that's the only place that'll let you come in and film. I don't know. But from the interior, it looked really interesting. Debbie, what did you think?
I think Angela had a point. It's the it was the atmosphere of the place that she wanted, and she doesn't mind where it's located. It was all about the event inside. Candy Burris had a similar thought process when it came to her wedding. She saw the bare bones of the space that she
Uh-huh.
wanted to do her vision for her wedding. And was the space located in the best area? No,
Nope.
but her wedding was awesome. Just like Angela's dinner was really nice.
It was nice because you actually saw other people in the background too, over by the bar and stuff. But I like when with the vault door, how it was opening and closing, and how you walk down that ramp. That was really nice. But Kenya, of course, did not come in black. You saw that said black chic. Anybody
Yep.
could read could see that said black chic attire. But I guess she didn't get the memo. You know what I mean? She's got to stand out and be different. And that dress did not look good on her. Sorry to say, Kenya, it didn't. It didn't. Your booty is upside down. You see all the little lumps and shit in your ass with that dress that you had on. Sorry, not sorry. Let's see. She came
And
in.
Angela had like the food was good. Sorry, the food was good. She gave the parting gifts.
Yep.
I thought she did it nice from top to bottom. I'm gonna
It
need
was
her to stop
nice.
showing up with her menopause fan everywhere she go though.
Yep, it was nice. And the fact that I think I couldn't understand why Shamia, when she had her sister there talking, and Shamia came in with the olive oil with the branch in it. I thought that was too cute.
Yeah. I thought it was a great way to break the ice. I also thought Shamia was very like showing her maturity and
Yep.
reevaluating her behavior from the Balmain event, and said, she acted a fool and she wanted to bring that in and give it to her as an icebreaker, because she couldn't find an actual olive branch. So she stuck a branch in a bottle of olive oil and she brought it to her. And Angela, bless her heart, said, "Oh, I'm gonna cook with this." A dirty branch and olive oil. Girl, stop. But both of them were mature enough to apologize and move
And
forward.
move on.
And that's
Hopefully
what we
move
like
on.
with these shows.
Yep. Now, what is that outfit that Kelly had on?
Kelly
had the fishnet. What the hell did she have
yes.
on?
It was like a see-through pantsuit with a bathing suit underneath or something like that. It was kind of cute.
Okay, if you say so.
At least she
Okay.
wasn't bubbling out of it.
Well, okay. Now, I like the fact now that food came to the table. It looked good. It was a lot of it too. It really,
Mm-hmm.
really looked good. Um, let's see what else. So, they were eating, of course.
Tracy.
They did the bank slips, right? And that's when they had
Yeah.
the questions that they wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many people wrote questions for Kenya? 3 or 4?
Yeah, a lot of people was coming for Kenya at that dinner.
And Kenya got kind of upset behind that. And when she called these people peasants, don't come for the queen. What?
No,
Kenya.
wait, no. The first few questions she took very well, including what kind of panties you got on, and she
Yep.
had on none, and she flashed the punani to the
Yep. She
guests.
passed. And yep, because Portia said that she got a big old punani.
Yes, that it was going to eat them and the table. And she was laughing. And so then the first question about Brit was, why can't you speak to Brit like a nice person? And she said, I can. I speak to everybody cordially. But they kept on going in and in and in. And I think it was on the third or fourth question about the same question, because Brit started coming in with her attitude. And that's, and Brit brought up oh my gosh, she was the one who brought up the catchphrase. And that's why Kenya said, I don't speak with peasants, because Brit was getting agitated. I think Kenya handled herself well for quite a long time. And everybody at that table was saying that Brit was doing too much.
Okay, yes, because she was asking her, because Britt complained that she gave her a pat and not a hug. But why would everybody write the same type of damn questions though? Because one person asked them, "Why are you worrying about a married woman or something?" And somebody else asked if she could be nice to Britt, and I'm just like, they were asking her questions.
It could be production too. It could be production.
But why would she call these women peasants? Why? When she's the only one that I can see in the group, maybe besides Portia and Drew, that are not successful. I'm just asking.
I wouldn't say that Kenya Moore is not successful. Kenya Moore is a successful individual. She
How?
is. Come on now.
She's been passed all around Hollywood just like
But she
Claudia.
was
How was
also
she
the first
successful?
Black Miss America, Miss
Okay, that
USA.
was what, 30 years ago. Okay, now where's she
But it
successful
still
at?
doesn't take away from what she's established.
But I don't see where the success is.
She survived Hollywood. Don't say on
Okay.
her hands and knees neither. She
Oh, I
did
was
have a
about to.
career
And then
as
she
an
had to pay a
actress.
man.
She
She had to
had a
pay a man to
production
be a
company.
boyfriend. Then she paid a man to marry her. Okay,
We
I'm
don't
missing
know that
something.
she paid him to marry her. We don't have any
He
proof of
said it.
that. She had a marriage with Mark that did not last. I feel that she wanted to be married when she had her child, and she
He
was.
said it. It was a financial arrangement.
Right, because
He
she
said
wanted
it.
to get pregnant. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, got it. Okay, and the same woman that paid this guy to be her boyfriend and had him come act a fool and bust out a window because she didn't pay him the rest of his money, right? Okay.
Right, and it's a long chain of men that she has made agreements with to be on this show with her. Don't forget Walter.
Oh, I forgot about Walter. Yes, because
Walter,
yep,
Matt,
he called it
and
out too.
then the husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Okay. I'll say she's successful in fucked up relationships. Okay, she's successful. But what is this about? Was it Britt said she had a gun or a pistol, or was it Angela? It
No,
was
it was
Britt, right?
Britt who was saying it. But I think Britt was talking about having a pow pow because they was coming into a bad neighborhood, but she got her husband and all this stuff.
Yes.
But at the end, when things went left, Britt kept on saying, that's how I handle bitches like that with my pew pews and whips. And where my husband at? Where my husband at? And Kenya, to her credit, kept on walking. And when Britt's husband got there, he was like, babe, you still got this mic on? And she's like, I don't care, take this off
Yep,
me.
he was trying to take it off, but she said it
Right, but
more
he
than a
was
few times.
like, girl, what are you saying with the mic on?
Yep. And
The
then
two of them are
Angela was talking
ratchet.
about she gonna find out today, and
Yep.
Oakley was out. I was like,
She
oh
was
my
really
God.
agitating that whole interaction from inside the restaurant out into the parking lot, and Kenya was just keeping it moving. And Portia was like, "You wanna
You
ride?" And
wanna
she
ride
said,
with
"Yeah."
us? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But how did she get there? I guess Portia was taking her to her car.
I don't know. Maybe she Ubered it because she didn't want her car in that neighborhood.
Okay. 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 We got it. All right. Oh, Lord. Anything else that happened? Because I need to give a recap on Married to Medicine.
But remember, they do provide. Well, I know for Beverly Hills, they always provide car services. I'm not sure if they do it for Roa or not. But with the drinking that these women do, I
But they
would
don't
be
really drink
providing
too
ride
much on
service.
this show, though. I mean,
Hmm?
honestly, think about it.
Hmm?
Beverly Hills, they drink a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
OC,
Hmm.
they drink a lot. They don't really
Hmm.
drink that much on Potomac, except for the younger women that got drunk that night. But think about it.
Hmm.
They don't really drink that much on this show.
I think the older ones hold back because they know that it's work. Like
Like
Kenya
Potomac, it's
and
always the younger ones, and Karen, the
yeah.
alcoholic. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. But It was quite interesting. It was quite interesting, but again, I'm looking at it through very squinty eyes because what we saw was an edit. And at times it seemed very disjointed to me. Uh, Next week will be the test. I wonder how much they're going to show of, excuse me, of Kenya Moore's rant about this hoe.
Next week, Kenya will be showing that picture, baby. She said, "Does anybody know this hoe?"
Yeah.
And everybody's mouth. And you see Portia left. Portia was standing outside. She was like, "I'm going to need you to." They left.
Yeah.
So that's the last we're going to see of Kenya, or maybe she has one more episode after next week.
I don't know. I think this might be the last.
Well, we will see. Anything else that happened that you want to discuss before I move on to Married to Medicine?
No, I think that was about the booties, the conversation at the spa, and then the bank vault. Oh wait, let's talk
Okay.
about Shamia's song and what
Oh,
Portia
yes.
did to her.
Why would Portia keep saying, "Is that you or is that Drew?" Why?
But Angela had a good point though. While she was fanning herself, she's like, "Y'all been friends from high school, and you don't know what her voice sound like."
Yes. Why would Portia do that?
Yeah,
I was
jealousy,
shocked. And she kept
jealousy.
saying it. And Shamia's looking at her like, "Girl, please."
Mm-hmm.
That was some shady
Jealousy.
shit.
Yeah, I felt bad for Shamia, but again, this is
She
all
better be
part of
nice to
opening
Shamia. She might have
Shamia's
to move in with
eyes.
Shamia.
Mm?
I said she better be nice to Shamia because she might have to move in with Shamia. Because Portia's mom lives with her now.
No, Portia's mom lives in Portia's old house
In
that
her
she
old
never.
house. Okay,
Yeah,
that's right. In her old house. So she better be
right.
nice. She better be nice to Shamia. But that was so rude. But I like that song Shamia did. I think she sounds
Yeah,
better than Drew.
I like her sister Tawana. Was it Tawana?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
I
her
can't get
sister.
that name. But I was trying to figure out, why is she sitting by the pool with that wig on her head and it's hot outside? Shamia, I love your short hair. Why are you sitting out there with that wig on your head? And that damn lawnmower girl was cracking up. I'm like, why are you going to try to film while they're cutting the grass?
I love it when the lawnmower came on and Shamia
Yeah.
said, "That's why my husband want to buy that piece of land next door."
I love Shamia. I always did like Shamia. I love her, love her, love her. Portia, I'm getting disappointed in real quick, real fast.
Why? This has
She's
been
playing little
Portia from the
shady games.
beginning. But this
She and
is Portia
Shamia
from the
have
beginning.
okay, but she and Shamia have been friends for too long to be this
No, I
petty.
disagree with you. I disagree with you.
Okay.
Shamia has been Portia's friend, but Portia has
Yep.
never been
Okay.
Shamia's
You're right.
friend.
You're right. Shamia has been Portia's friend. Now that everybody sees Shamia's wealth, I think it's taken a toll on their friendship, because Portia was the one with the money. Shamia was just a sidekick. No one knew that Shamia lived in a house with no fucking address. It's just Sterling Hall. That's it. That's it. Her house is gorgeous. Portia's house can fit in there 2 times. Sorry, Simon. It could.
Mm,
Let me see. Drew can sing. I think Drew's a better actress. See, Tracy, see, so you and I think totally different. I think she's a better actress. You think she's a better singer. No, I didn't hear Portia and Dennis are back together. No.
ooh, for real, for real?
See, I haven't seen. Drea, I almost started watching Survival of the Thickest last night but I knew I was sleepy and I wouldn't finish it. So I will be watching Survival of the Thickest now that I know Garcelle is in there. I thought it looked like a musical, when it was showing like the previews. I'm like, God, not another musical. I actually I watched Wicked and I had a headache. Seriously. Okay, Snuggle said that's not a bad part of town. So you think Britt wrote all those questions or just that one question? Because everybody seemed to be under the same thing as far as with Kenya.
Whoever wrote the question for like, can you speak to Brit nicely or something like that? Did you notice how many spelling errors they had on the piece of paper?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I was like, did a 4-year-old write this? What is happening here?
Yep. And I don't know who told Ashley on Real Housewives of Potomac she can sing because she can't. I don't think Candace can sing that
Oh
well
my
either.
God.
Oh, Candace is going back to the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Who?
Candace, the one that's married to the white guy who's supposedly a chef but never has a job. Her.
Right. But did you hear Mia officially announce that she moved to Atlanta?
Yes. So she and Ink are back
Mm-mm-mm.
together again.
In Atlanta?
That's where Ink was at. And remember when I showed you
Oh,
that video of her and Ink together when they were doing that podcast?
mm. Wait. Garcelle is in what? I missed it, Drea.
She's
Wait.
in Survival of the Thickest.
Survival of the Thickest.
It's on
Where's that
Netflix.
at?
On
On
Netflix.
Netflix? Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, season 3.
Yep. So I'll watch that today. I'll definitely watch
Oh.
that today. Because I saw it and they gave you the previews. And I was like, oh God, not another musical. I can't. I can't. So I
Mm.
will watch it. But no, but I don't think Ashley can sing. We know Kim Zolciak can't sing. We know Nene can't sing. Um, I don't think Candace can really sing either. Um, Luann can't sing. Um, who else am I missing? All these damn housewives. Hi, Kid. I always want to say KM. Hi, Kendra. Yep, she's already moved. Thank you, Marty. Let me go look. She said that Dennis and Portia are back together. Let me go look. Let me go take a peek. Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
did we hear what Terrence Howard said? Did we hear what Terrence Howard said? Debbie, I know I sent it to you.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna look at that through squinted eyes too.
You know Diddy wanted that man. Everybody wants Terrence. He wanted acting pointers, but he didn't know what he want to act on. Get the hell out of here. You were
Terrence is
trying to take
also
that man's
older.
manhood.
Terrence is also older and has the capacity to say no.
He did. He stopped hanging around him.
Right. That's why I'm saying, like, did he know to go after the young, hungry pups that want to come up? Wait
Mm-mm.
a minute. Zarper is getting Botox, but his wife isn't doing it for him. How come? Interesting.
Okay, they're only talking about the ring that Dennis gave Portia way back when. And it's talking about it's valued at over $750,000. It's the ring that Dennis gave her. So they're not Portia Williams and they're co-parenting. They're not back together. They're co-parents. Excuse me. They're co-parents, so they're not back together. They live near each other. Their relationship is good. She also noted that PJ is amazing and that the three of them have a great family dynamic. So they're not back together. she's just talking about their relationship right now. Yeah. No, they're not back together. That ring he gave her in 2018, Debbie, is valued at $750,000. It was
Mm.
appraised. The center stone is an oval cut. Is not only very large, but it looks to be one of the highest quality stones. A D color, most likely with VS plus.
Mm.
Damn. Okay. Did Gordon? I don't know. Did Gordon go to Atlanta with Mia? Is Mia coming? I don't know if Mia's coming back to the show. I know Candace is coming back.
I don't think anybody wants Mia back. She was a debacle this season.
She's been a debacle since she's been on the show. She's been nothing but a liar. Her house of cards fell down. She sold this. She sold. Mia has been nothing but a house. She's been lying. And I'm looking up Quad Webb's. I'm looking up her DUIs because on this episode reunion part 2, it was stated that Quad had 2 DUIs. So what is going on with these shows that these women have DUIs? It's hard out here for a pimp. Yep. So when the reunion started part 2, of course they were still talking about what Contessa said about Damien having outside kids. Okay. And then Toya said she heard it. Simone said she heard the rumors about Damien being in his infidelity. And Contessa said that she's heard the allegations numerous times about him having an outside kid or children, whatever. So Heavenly, she was sitting there going, and you believe that? And they didn't answer. So then she started talking about Contessa's titties are way apart. And she bet not, girl. Yes, she did. And it was nothing but deflection. So she did talk about Contessa's titties, which they look crazy. Now, Dr. Jackie is sitting there. Contessa said she had, I forgot what kind of surgery she had. Dr. Jackie is sitting there not saying a word. She didn't come to Contessa's defense at all. Okay? Not at all. I can't stand Jackie with her. Ooh, I can't stand that little bitch. So Simone jumps in and she said, what it boils down to is the fact that Heavenly be posting all of this stuff on social media, and she's saying all this nasty and derogatory stuff about everyone, and she really wants her to stop. So Andy was telling Heavenly that, everybody is saying the same thing. He said, how long have you been on the show? I think she says 10 seasons, whatever. He said, every year we're talking about the same thing with you. We're having the same conversations about her behavior, right? So Andy just brought it to her. And he says, every reunion is the same thing with her. So they were talking about, and so what was it, and she was like, and I apologize, but she thinks it's okay for her to say whatever the fuck she wants to say, and then she thinks by apologizing it makes it okay. No, Heavenly, you actually tweeted that Dr. Greg was a pedo. That's what she tweeted, that Dr. Greg was a pedo. That could have hurt that man's business. She doesn't care. So they were talking about Sweet Tea and her marriage, especially Quad, bitch. Can't stand her. But then they corrected something because they said that Dr. Gray told her that she had a shut the fuck up, and they played it. He told her she had a big fucking mouth. So stop running with that lie, because that's not what he said. And she does have a big fucking mouth. I can't stand Quad. Never can. I got to go back and find the episode when Mariah grabbed her ass and dusted her at that party. Okay. So Definitely got to go find that. So they were talking about Sweet Tea, and she was telling them that she's IVF and what she's doing, and that Greg gave her 2 years. So then Dr. Simone was explaining that Greg doesn't want to be going to a high school graduation at the age of 80, but Quad had to go. I wouldn't want any man talking to me like that. And it seems like he's giving her a timeline. So, of course, Quad talking, but she wants to bust it out for our king because he's a good dad. And, oh my God, let me see what else happened. So then they brought the psychiatrist on and they asked her to describe them in one word. Okay. Uh, she did more than one word. She did too much. Okay, she did too much. So everybody said she was happy that Dr. Mimi joined the cast and that she's a good psychiatrist. She said she had watched the show, to get a read on everybody. And she said that she had all positive things to say about everybody, is what she said. But they asked her to give her one word thing. The only person that she had something that was within was Toya. And she told Toya to keep up the great work because she speaks her mind. So then we bring the guys out. We got Dr. Greg, Dr. Damien, we have Dr. Jackie's husband, we have uh Toya's husband, and we have Simone's husband and King. Oh, and Dr. Mimi's husband come out. So they all out there. Greg and Dr. Damien were having a discussion about the fact that Dr. Damien said that he stopped seeing his patients because he was pissed off about what Heavenly wrote. And he said Dr. Greg didn't have the backbone to talk to him. And Greg was like, I told you why I wasn't seeing your patients. But then again, he's still believing that it's because of what Heavenly said. And I have that message that she wrote. She said that Dr. Damien is a pedophile and that he wasn't respected in the medical community. Now Dr. Greg don't seem to feel that was wrong of his wife to say. So then Andy asked him, what if somebody was to write that about him, Dr. Damien? He said he wouldn't care. Bullshit. So then, they made a point that this was the first time that Greg and King was going to be seeing each other. So they made arrangements. I guess they talk where they have bodyguards and stuff on the stage to make sure that another fight wasn't going to break out. Okay. Then we find out that Greg was supposed to meet with King, but it never happened after Toya's party because Quad stopped him. So he never got to meet with Greg to discuss anything that happened. Okay. But again, Dr. Damien keeps saying that, that Dr. Greg got his feelings hurt and everything else. So then Greg said that his patients required too much maintenance, that they were high maintenance patients, and he just didn't have that time, which they kept going back and forth. So at the end, the two of them made up. They're going to move forward. But while this is going on on stage, Simone and Quad are backstage getting into it. Okay. Oh my God, this was good. So as the men are talking, so the ladies are backstage going, yep, true. Yep, speak, baby. Of course, that's Heavenly talking to Dr. Greg. And I was just laughing my ass off. So Sweet Tea and Heavenly were going at it because of Sweet Tea is married to Dr. Greg. Heavenly is married to Dr. Simone. And they were going at it because the men were out there talking. Okay. And Heavenly was going at it with Sweet Tea because of what Sweet Tea was telling her, what she said about her husband calling Dr. Greg a pedophile and he wasn't respected. But Simone stuck up for Sweet Tea. And then Quad got upset because Simone stuck up for Dr. Greg's wife. Quad said that you brought these fucking people into this group. And then Dr. Simone said, I'll bring anybody I want to. If I fuck with them, they can come into the group, right? So Quad was saying that the problem started because they brought those fucking people into the group. And then Dr. Simone just told her, then Dr. Simone told her to shut the fuck up. Okay. Woo, Lord. So then Simone got up and she got in Quad's face. Hello? Security had to come. And then Simone said, I'm done with this bitch. I'm done. You're going to get your karma. Your karma is coming to you, and it's exactly what you deserve. Because she's still saying that Quad been giving everybody her ass to kiss for years. So Simone says she's done with Quad and fuck her. Okay. That's the recap. Part 3 going to be good. Yep. Greg needs to focus on his J job because that's the wrong. Yeah, that song was horrible. Nope. Yep, that's what I'm saying. And she knew that Contessa had that surgery done. And she didn't even stick up for Contessa. She just sat there. But after what Dr. Jackie did to oh my God, to my girl, by talking about her infertility, yeah. Fuck Dr. Jackie. She's a piece of shit. That's why your husband was caught at the airport getting ready to fly off with another woman, you cold, frigid bitch. Yep, that's the surgery she had. I'm sorry, Debbie. She is. She's cold and she's frigid. After she did what she did to Buffy. Girl, I had to see her face. After she did what she did to Buffy Purcell. Talking about that woman's personal business in front of all those people. Thank you, Ryan. Buffy. After she did that shit. Fuck Dr. Jackie. She's a messy bitch. And I'm going to be like Phaedra. You all a bunch of mean girls. They talk shit about Toya because Toya just moved into her new house. She bought a new house. They've talked shit about Toya's cars. Talk shit about Toya. All these seasons she's been on there. How Toya uses all of her husband's money. They all talk shit about Toya. They're a bunch of mean girls is what they are. Me too, girl. Me too, but Simone is done. Simone got in that face. I'm like, you go, Simone. You go, girl. I'm so proud of her. Fuck Quad. Ugly bitch. She was Mariah's ride or die best friend. Mariah introduced her to Dr. Greg. And you want to hold off giving that man sex. Girl, shut up. I can't stand that woman. Okay, now you guys know how I really feel. Anything you want to say, Debbie?
A whole hot mess.
But I have some I have screenshots between Riley and Mary, and I'm getting them all together, Kiki and Kibitz, because I've been reading her shit on IG, and she's a fucking liar. She was calling Riley. I have this shit, and I'm going to put them all out there. I'm just getting them together.
What's this about?
They were saying that Riley was taking up for Jasmine and he wasn't, but now she's talking about Riley was threatening her. Girl, Riley sent me all of this shit. Terrence Howard says everyone, oh, that's true. Terrence said everybody that attended Diddy's freak-offs, they got fucked and they lost their man card. I had to get that together too.
So why are you putting it out? Why isn't Riley putting it out?
He sent it all to me. So I'm just going to put it all together and I'm going to put it out there right on IG. We do not do that shit. I'm going to do it. Yep, I'm done. But anyway, I am Angela Dean was banned from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. TLC is done.
I saw that. Is that for real? For real?
Yes.
Because I thought they got rid of Ed too, but now he's back.
Oh my God.
Greg and Boston
She has
John.
been banned.
Who's Greg
She
and
has a
Boston
few months
John?
left on her TLC contract, but they are done with her. Oh.
Oh, he was drunk? Okay.
Who?
Dre said that Riley looked tipsy in his new pictures on IG.
Let me go see. I'm talking about this happened last week. Let me go look at Riley's IG. Because I really don't go on IG that much, but let me go look. Just Riley. Okay, let me go look. Okay. I don't see what new pictures on IG. Okay, what am I missing? I don't see any new pictures. I saw him with his infantry brothers. They're out drinking. Okay. Oh, Riley got on red bottoms, girl. No, you don't, Riley.
Anybody could paint the bottom of their shoe red.
Stop doing that, Debbie.
I'm just
Riley
saying.
has red. Oh, no, you don't, Riley.
I saw that too, Snuggle Bunny.
What?
Her friend in Canada passed away. Rest in peace.
Yeah, her friend Billy. Yep. Yep. So Riley's, yeah. So I see him out with his buddies from who he served with. I see him out with there. Okay. Okay, he drinking. Okay. Got it. Okay. So is there anything that I'm missing?
Mm-mm.
Oh, his doors. They got it. Oh my God, this place is nice. Oh, this place is nice. All right. Anyway, anything else? Yeah, maybe Drea, I just saw it a few days ago. Look at Riley's face with Lexi and his bros. No, he died like a week ago. He died like a week ago. Riley is lit. You go, Riley. Have fun. Who's that little short guy? God damn, he's short. Wait a minute. Debbie, you want to see somebody really short? I hear
Why?
music. I guess it was
Why?
coming from my phone. Okay. Anyway, um, I guess that's everything I have to say. Anything else you have to say? I think I captured everything that happened on the reunion. Look at his eyes and the face. Yeah, he's happy. Billy just Billy just died according to what was being said on TikTok, and she posted something about it like a week ago, and his girlfriend posted about it as well. And they're saying fly high friend. I don't know. Yeah, that little guy is small. He's tiny. But let's see. Let me go to Riley's page because I don't think everybody is on Riley's page. And we're gonna put him out to blast, okay? We're just gonna blast him. But he is lit. Ooh, Savage is going live tonight. Scammer Sunday. Okay. Savage is going live tonight. I just saw it. I'm gonna have to share it. Hold on, let me go to Just Riley's page. Slacks. Okay. So Riley had this poll going on. Let me go to Riley. Just Riley. Let me show you guys this. And Debbie, you're gonna stop being mean to my boy, okay? You gotta stop being mean.
Who told you I was being mean, Riley?
No, I just said you're being mean. Yeah. Let's see, Riley. Let's see. Share. Okay. This is the picture with Riley and Lexi. She's so pretty. And then this is the picture with Riley and his friends. This is a little short guy. Girl, how tall is he? What, 4'3"?
Mm.
So he's with his friends at
Who's
Terrence
the
on
one
the
with the
Hudson.
beard?
Huh?
Who's the one with the beard?
I don't know. He looks high. Look, he look lit too, don't he?
Are they investors?
This is his infantry friends from him serving. They're not
Not that
invested.
little one though. Not
Yeah,
that
he
little one.
probably did serve. This is them. I think they were in Jamaica or the Dominican Republic on this trip. Oh, nope, they were in Cuba. He went to see either his grandmother or her grandmother, but they were in Cuba. That was last year. That was last year. That's their engagement. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Oh, here's the one I wanted to show you guys. Look at his door. Look, look. That is nice. This is his so this is his social club. God, they've come a long way with this place. Yeah. They've come a long way. But I see the nails. We got to seal that. But that's the name of it's Nail Social. That's nice. That's Dana. Hi, JL. How are you? Well, we will find out who it is.
See, it's not only me who want to know who the dude is with the beard. Dre is asking with me.
Oh, so done. Angela's friend Billy in Canada. He died. He died. All right. So anyway, anything else? But Savage is going live today at 6:15. Um, Ann went live yesterday. And who else? I think that's everybody. I don't know if Jen's going live today or not. I know my sister called me the other day and told me Jen went live and she was upset and I can't find it. I was looking for it so I can hear it. I can't find where she was upset at. But anyway, anything else, Deb?
Mm-mm. I
You
think we
sure?
hit everything. I think we hit everything.
Oh, and did you hear that Teddy Mellencamp, her cancer has spread?
Yeah, to her brain and lungs
Yep.
and lymph nodes, and it's
Yep.
everywhere. I feel bad for her, and I feel bad for her kids.
Yep, but that's sad. Yep, her cancer has spread and she is documenting her journey. She's on Twitter, but I just feel bad for her. I really do. I don't like her, but I feel bad for her, for the family. She was going through a divorce with her husband. She cheated on him with the horse trainer. And damn. Now all of this. But her husband is there at the hospital. He's there with the kids. So hopefully.
Of course he is, trying to collect an insurance check.
Debbie, can we stop being so negative?
It's facts.
Oh my God, Michelle. You don't want her to come back to Canada? But Billy's girlfriend is gorgeous. She's a beautiful woman. But yeah, so but that's about Telly Mellencamp. I told you Erica Girardi goes to trial. I think it's June. I gotta give the exact P. Diddy's trial start next next month. He's got 3 new lawsuits. I'm going to talk about those tomorrow morning. I got to get all those details. I need to pull one more thing. And JL, how's your business going? JL started his business in London, and he's got a food truck, him and his uncle. I think it's his uncle. How is business, JL? Oh, crack. Okay, let's take a look at crackhead. Let me stop. She said crack. Look, let me get crackhead Lisa, okay? Let me get crackhead Lisa. Let me show y'all Lisa's live from this morning. And I want you guys to hear what Lisa has to say. She was at the nursing home calling bingo balls. Oh, shit. She just went live 42 minutes ago, too, but I was live. So let me get the one that I heard. So, shit. Chantel doesn't have that one. Let me see if Mickey have it. She got the one from 42 minutes ago. Let me see if Mickey Mouse has that one. 2 hours ago. Yes, 9:40. Okay. Let me get this one for you. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you this one. I haven't seen the other one yet, so I can't tell you what she said. We'll do Jay and Pamela and on Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do that on Wednesday. Because I covered Jay and Pamela, and I just haven't watched them this week. And Debbie does the Baldwins because I can't do it. Okay, here is Lisa. This is Lisa this morning.
My father is. Good morning. All I do have is Chime and PayPal. That's what's stopping it.
Oh,
just his
yes. Gloria Estefan and her husband are named in that newest lawsuit, along with LeBron James and Beyonce. We're going to talk about that tomorrow morning. Yes, they were. So nope, the judge gave him a deadline date. It's not going to be a pushback. He said he gave them, they said they'll be ready for trial. If he lets them do that, I doubt it seriously. I doubt it.
Seizures, and they have him on a breathing tube, and they're gonna keep him on that until he doesn't have a seizure. But he's been on it 2 days now, so it's a little scary. It's my karma, but I just hope that God realizes that I learned my lesson.
Okay, so she says it's her karma because her dad's in a hospital. She said he's intubated. Somebody says it's true. Somebody says it's not true. I don't know. The whole thing is you're online. You're still begging for money for you and your mother. You said last week that your dad got his check on the 3rd. Your mom gets her food stamps, which she got them last week. Why are you online begging for food and money to go to the hospital to see your dad when you have 2 sisters that can bring you, or your daddy's brother can bring you? Why do you come online begging people for $38, guys, to get to the hospital, plus food? That's what she's asking.
He's at work.
Now, yesterday she called me out because I told her she couldn't take care of the Max. And she goes, "Oh, gee, Lady Red." She goes, "I took care of Buzzy. Fuck you." See, she likes to talk about people's looks and how fat they are. Bitch couldn't say a word.
And it's ICU, so Ronnie can't take the baby in. And Jesse hasn't even
Listen to her.
inquired about my dad, so.
How do you know? How do you know? Because Jesse doesn't need to talk to you. Jesse can go to the hospital. Jesse wants nothing to do with any of you. because she knows that all of you are involved in scamming, except for RJ, the brother, who she says is at work. But she says RJ didn't have a job, but now RJ's at work.
You could. I mean, Ronnie lives pretty far away, though, too.
Ronnie lives with
I don't think
Jeff.
she wants to.
Hi, Jen.
You know, I don't know.
Of course.
I mean, I'll see, but I don't know.
Hi, sweetie.
She was down here yesterday for a little bit. I mean,
Ronnie lives with Jess. Ronnie lives with Jess.
Already been confirmed he's in there. I mean, enough people called yesterday, right? And flooded the hospital with calls so other people couldn't call in, right? And then after they were told that he is there, they came on and lied and said I was lying. That's what they did.
Oh, guys,
and so
Sunday.
bigger creators had to.
It's Sunday. I need you to come out, you stingy spirits. It's Sunday. Lock the doors. Okay, here we go.
Figure it out and come on and call them out. Yeah. That's what they did, guys. Just so you guys are aware of that. They literally flooded the hospital with calls. Somebody even showed up. Somebody showed up down there.
She's back
Like,
again?
It's sickening, man. $36. I don't know. Did you, honey? I don't know. I have no idea. He probably is stressed. We have to move in 6 days.
We have to move. I thought mom and dad was going to a 55 and older community and you couldn't go. So now people are actually saying that this is something that they do all the time. They have many evictions. I don't know. I didn't look, but I can tell you one thing. Lady Red found that video where she said that she had a bus pass and it was on March 13th. I was thinking it was the 16th or the 17th, but it was March 13th where she said she had a bus pass. The other day, she didn't have a bus pass yet to get to the clinic. So her lies are just coming at her. She's using her dad for money. Yep, Jen has keys, so Jen can come and go as she please because she gave a donation. Thank you, Jen. The doors are open for you.
Oh, yeah, I swear to gosh. The nurse called and said that last night.
Girl, I don't care what that little man has to say. The point is, you know what? I'm not even going to. Ann brought up something yesterday, and I didn't even see it. Okay? I don't give a flying fuck what my sister says, okay? If you're sitting there calling her a pit bull, if she tells you you need to be deported where you need to go at, I give no fucks, okay? I don't. I give no fucks. I don't. I really don't. So, his rationale is because I'm a black woman and I support a Nazi. When he's saying that man is a Nazi, there's no proof. They've proven his tattoos are not Nazi tattoos. They're proven he wasn't a chomo. The case would close with no findings. So I'm black and I support a Nazi, but it's okay for the other black people in there and the white people who he's supposed to be friends with. He can go suck on a cat's dick. Excuse me. Here we go. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord, you need 40? Okay, Chantel, I got you.
I have been doing everything I can to help them. Everything. I really have been, you know.
No, she hasn't.
I haven't seen anything about her ride. That's the first thing I've seen.
They keep offering her a ride.
But let me look at your profile, because I know people do that in the chat so that people think I have it taken care of, and I don't know. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying people do that.
Money. They're offering her a ride to pay for it themselves.
But I can help them clean up. Oh my gosh. Sure. So if anybody can help, I'd appreciate it. PayPal's on the screen. The Lisa Boo 23. Friends and family, please. So don't put it on hold.
So she's lost another tooth. That's why she sounds worse than what she normally sounds. She's whistling. She's lost another tooth.
And then The Chimes, L. Richard with a 5 at the end. It's all in the bio, too. That's all I have, man.
She's using her dad for money.
Who seems sweet, honey? Who?
You don't need any food.
Oh,
you don't
no,
need anything.
He's not in a coma every day, but sure.
She needs nothing.
Do you think I like doing this? Do you think I didn't reach out to other people before I came on?
Okay.
Because I definitely did.
Okay, here's the thing. She's reached out to people behind the scenes. She's reached out to people that supposedly her friends. If they're not giving her the money, that's telling you they know what she needs it for. Why are you giving this addict money? She's not clean. She's not clean. Because if she had a clean urine test, she would be putting that up for everybody to see it. She's not clean. She's a liar. She's an addict, and she's a predator. She preys on people. She doesn't care about her own dad. When the ambulance came to her house to pick him up about a month or so ago, she's walking down the street on the phone begging for money to go to the store to meet her dealer. I'm sorry, she wanted a hoagie. She's sad. She doesn't care about anything.
Oh, I would, and save the money for sure.
Uh-huh.
For fucking sure. But people troll and shit, man. You don't understand. I have 100 people offering me food in the chat. I get off and nobody sends food.
You don't need food. The other day you were on a live when your mom was calling you. You don't think we heard? She said, Lisa, food is... And then she hurried up and started saying, I'm coming, Mom. Food was delivered. Stop lying to people.
Like, it's crazy. I know that. I'm answering you about the ride.
Since they sold that property.
How am I supposed to help myself? Even if I could walk to the damn hospital, my mom can't. So I don't know, man.
Yes, so done. They still give her money.
Just what needs to be done. I'm just asking. Okay. I don't need everybody jumping down my throat right now. Okay. If you can help, I'd appreciate it. If you can't, we're moving. Didn't you hear that? We're moving? And you mean my dad's check? Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna start blocking people that are being rude and trying to like bust me out on a fucking lie or something, because I'm not lying.
You are lying. We're not saying your dad's not in the hospital. You said your dad would get his check on the 3rd, okay? On the 3rd. You said your mom got her stamps on the same day and her check. Why are you asking people for money? Because if your mom needed to get to the hospital, your mom can call an Uber out of the money that she and your dad has. That's the point.
Lying in days, man.
Gave her
about shit. We ain't moving? Okay, we're not moving. We're not moving. You're right. Now they're reporting me. So if anybody can help, I'd appreciate it. Now they're reporting me for nothing.
Got discontinued, I think.
Idiots, bro.
Yeah, the live got discontinued because she started going off.
It's fine. I got it. It is Sunday, honey. I know.
Begging early.
What's that mean?
This morning, Debbie. Early.
What's it mean?
Wrong.
It's Sunday. I know that. What's that mean? I'm lost a little bit. I'm a clown because I'm trying to go.
They said you're on here 10 times a day on Sundays. Who's moving? You and your whole family? She's
hospital. Okay.
Does this. She begs. Like
everybody moves, honey. The landlord sold the houses. Everybody moves, unfortunately. That's okay. I appreciate it. If one person would help, 2 people would help, it would be fine. But there's just so much bullshit. You know what I mean? I just find it so amusing that they called, got confirmation he was there, multiple people, and came back on. And
that doesn't mean you're taking your stink ass to the hospital to see him. They're telling her to ask Mandy for the money.
Right. And the person I hate the most, Frauditor, called them out on it. Had to call them out.
But Frauditor called the funeral home to see if your dad was there, right? Frauditor called on a live. But that's okay. But the fact that Frauditor is now backing you up by saying your daddy's in the hospital, now that's okay. But you said that Frauditor is a liar and she puts out misinformation. Got you, girl. Got you.
Other people had to call him out. I mean, that's disgusting. I'm sorry, but it's disgusting.
Exactly.
And they're disgusting when you do shit like that. No, we don't want her to get any help. So we're just going to say that she's lying still, guys. Do not tell them he's in there, okay? Do not make her look like a liar.
You are a liar. You're a disgusting liar that's using your father's hospitalization to do a money grab. You are disgusting. You are disgusting. You have family that'll take you to the hospital. You have an uncle that you speak of that would take you to the hospital. You know, the uncle that you said watches everything and people, and he knows what everybody says about you. If you needed a ride, Nicole would take you. Okay? Let's stop. Stop with the BS.
Yeah, you saw it. The truth will always prevail.
That's right. And
I'm blocking people. I'm blocking people. Not deleting anything. I'm blocking people. Yeah, okay, I'll put my mom on my back and we'll go down.
Listen.
Sure.
Where can I watch that, please? They're talking about her putting her mom on her back.
Where can you watch what, honey? I don't know what he's talking about. Nope. Well, they were calling and asking if he was in there. I don't know what they got told, but they got confirmation he was.
And that's true. The hospital is not going to tell you anything. Nothing. They give you a patient code. If anybody called when my dad was in the hospital, they wouldn't say yes or no. I remember when I called because I couldn't remember his room number. I said, I'd like to speak to Lawrence. I said, Lawrence Davis. I forgot the room number, whatever. She goes, ma'am, she asked me, was I a family or whatever? I said, yes. And she says, well, do you have a patient code? I said, lady, I can't remember the patient code. I had to actually call my sister while I was in New Orleans because I forgot what she told me it was. And I had to get the patient code and call back. And then they acknowledged that he was in the hospital and they sent me to his room. Or they sent me to the nurse in charge on that floor. Stop it, Lisa.
Oh. What does FOS mean? I'm about to block her. I don't know why. I would if there was one. I need 36 for food in the Uber. Thank you. That's all. I'm just fucking...
And they're asking her, how do you even look at yourself?
I understand that. That's why I was kind of... When they were saying he wasn't there, I was saying HIPAA. They probably won't tell you because of HIPAA. But apparently they got confirmation or whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know, girl. I really don't. They all lie too. You know what I mean? They all fucking lie. Dude, you're so right. If they motherfucking did, yes.
Her family has a law.
I didn't tell my brother that. Well, they said somebody showed up too. One person and tried.
Hold on. Who said one person showed up? Who's going to show up at the hospital to see if your dad's there? Lisa, who showed up to see if you was there? Who? Who, Lisa? Girl, you hear these lies?
You know, getting in and stuff. And they didn't let him up. So they got him on lockdown.
Her dad's on lockdown. It's not that ICU is on lockdown, okay? Her dad's on lockdown, okay? Her dad is the only one that's on lockdown. Girl, stop.
Now, because of them doing that yesterday. So... RJ is at work, Kimmy, for the 10th time, you stupid ass. Like, do you not fucking hear?
No, they're on lockdown and I don't know why.
Dude, disgusting. Listen, my best friend could be in the hospital and I wouldn't call about her. I'd go through my best friend. Why would you call about somebody on the fucking internet? Like, how fucking stupid can you be? Because guess what? There's other people that probably couldn't get through to them lines because of them flooding like that. For what? To get confirmation and still say I'm a liar? That's what they did. That's exactly what they did. Go read Frauditor's post on YouTube.
Okay, let me skip.
Frauditor, email me. There's no story. John, I do not know. I do not know. I do not know, honey. I really don't. So if anybody can help, I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I only got PayPal and Chime. I've asked people behind the scenes. I did ask. They're playing. I don't know what they're doing. I don't really care what they're doing. I really don't. I don't care. Like, I can't go be like, you're lying. You have money. Like, I can't do that. It's rude as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody did call, but she's saying somebody went up there. They called that funeral home because she lied and said her dad was dead. They called the funeral home. And then she changed it to someone else's name. They called that one too. Her dad wasn't there. Now she said, now I believe her dad's in the hospital now. I really do. But you're using this as a money grab. There's no way your sisters are not going to come and get your mother and take her to the hospital. I wasn't even speaking to one of my sisters one time, and my mom was in a hospital and she needed a ride, and I went to pick her up. Stop with that bullshit.
And the chime is in the bio and on the poll. It's L. Richard with a 5, number 5 at the end. And somebody asked me about Cash App. Cash App's kind of wonky.
You don't have about his Cash App.
Because of, the Cash App's kind of wonky.
Exactly.
But the PayPal works and the chime works. And
she's lied.
What time is it?
And now you're using
10 o'clock.
it as a money grab.
Can somebody please help? I don't want to have to go down there and tell her.
Listen to her.
That these fucking.
So you're going to go downstairs and tell your mother that the people on the internet are not giving you money. Girl, stop. Your mother has money. Your father got his check on the 3rd. You're not paying fucking rent. Your mother got her stamps and her check. So what do you need money for? What do you need money for, Lisa? Your sister Ronnie said that. Your father got his check on the 3rd. You told people he gets a check on the 3rd. Your mother got her money on the 3rd, plus she got her food stamps. So why are you begging? Why? I went in her chat and asked her that. Why are you begging? Because your dad got his check. Your mother got her stamp.
I'll tell you one person who I really feel owes me a fucking lift.
Listen.
Because she started all this shit.
She said Kim started all this shit. No, Lisa, your lies put you in a position where you are. You lied on your son. You lied on your daughter. You lied on your dad 3 or 4 times by now. You put yourself in this. You got kicked out of your apartment. You had on no lights. You and your drug habit brought you to where you are. Take accountability for your fucking behavior. Everybody else's fault but hers.
Poor Ronnie yesterday, so upset. My daughter's upset. Everybody's upset, and I got to get on here and deal with this.
Okay,
instead of
so
just
your daughter's upset. Your daughter, Nikki has a car. She has a car. Abby's boyfriend has a car. Your uncle has a car. Your neighbor Nicole has a car. Your real friend you said that you talked to that lives there, the one you were riding in a car with, she has a car. Why don't they take you? That's what I want to know. Why don't these people take you?
Figuring this out and fucking being able to go about my.
See, her live got discontinued. Debbie, what do you think?
I don't think anything about her.
Do you think she's using her dad's situation?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't listening to her. I honestly, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I don't understand how y'all like keep up with the crackheads. I just don't.
It's sad.
That's one misery loves company scenario that I'm not that invested in. That it doesn't suck me in at all to sit down and listen to somebody lie to me over and over and over again.
Well, that's true. Okay, well, that's what's up with the crackhead. She's went live 2 other times since then, and I haven't watched them, so I have to watch them and take a look. I understand her parents are older and may be sick, but in my opinion, they're enabling her by allowing her to live with them. Yep, they need to evict her and let the chips fall where they may. Maybe she'll hit rock bottom and get clean. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the same thing that's why her sister Jess doesn't go over there, because she feels that they enable her and they're letting her do this shit when you're not letting her, but she brings a lot of issues to your home. She brought a lot of issues to that neighborhood. She had drug dealers coming in and out that neighborhood. People started noticing the traffic. So then she started meeting them up at the store. She doesn't care. She cares about nothing and no one but herself. That's it. Nothing and no one but herself. And I need to put up my I need to put up my thumbnail too for the stalker shit that I'm getting ready to do. But okay, anyway, I think that's it. And Terrence Howard, my man, um, he said that P. Diddy tried to F him. He tried. He wanted to. And he said it. I believe him. Because Terrence is not going to tell no lies. So I believe him. So y'all don't believe, I'm gonna put the link down so you guys can go hear it. He did an interview, and I'm gonna put it here so you guys can go listen about him talking about the diddler. And I'll be back. I should be live tomorrow. I should. I'll see. I'll probably have to go early. Terrence is fine. Look, Terrence is fine. Fine. That's a pretty man. That is a pretty man. All right, guys. Wait a minute. It makes veneer a good area. What? Okay. Anyway, I gotta go. Deb, any last words, baby?
No, everybody have a good Sunday.
Wait a minute before we go. Okay, what you guys cooking? I haven't asked that in a while. Okay, what are you guys cooking this Sunday? I want to know what you guys are cooking and give. I think I'm just gonna get me a salad. I don't really feel like cooking because I don't really have an appetite. And if I can't taste it, I don't want to eat it. And right now, my taste buds are screwed up. Um, and I need to be able to enjoy my oxtails. Okay. I thought about making me some soup. I think I might make me a little pot of soup. No idea. Chantal has no idea. Need ideas. I have a beautiful, let me see. Aesop's, what are you cooking today? Terrence is your man? Okay. Well, Prince is dead. He can't do nothing for me now. Okay, can we share Terrence? I've always been in love with Terrence, girl. That's why I watched The Best Man so many times to see Terrence and finance, what's his name? We're not cooking anything. The husband got a man cold. Oh damn. I've been making your own yogurt? Huh. Okay, Debbie, what are you having for dinner?
I was
Beef
thinking
stew.
about that.
I think I'm gonna make me a little pot of soup.
For sure, I'm making some lentils to go through the week. But I think I might wind up making some butter chicken.
Oh damn! Snuggle say I don't give a fuck, Heidi. We're not sharing. God, okay, fine. I'll just take the news reporter from yesterday. Fine, keep him. I don't care. Huh? I'm gonna go find Terrence Trent D'Arby. Does anybody remember Terrence Trent D'Arby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord, girl, his eyes just drove me nuts. He want a wishing well, kiss and tell underneath the sycamore tree. Oh, ooh, wish. Okay, okay. I'll just turn Darby. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, you can have him. I don't care. I think he should be able to choose, though. Debbie, he should be able to choose. Aesop's, what are you cooking? Oh, you don't have an Instapot. See, I have Instapot and I need to start. Hi, Daddy. Daddy's disappointment. Oh, I heard that Pet My Rock was being called PMS now. So we have Daddy's discharge and PMS. Lord have mercy. Ah, Jesus Christ. I have to function. Yeah, I think well, I have my Dutch oven too, which I haven't used in a while. I'm gonna make myself a soup. That's what I'm gonna do. But I don't have a little head of cabbage. I'm gonna need to have a DoorDash because I'm not going out. Good morning, my sweetie. Oh my God, so done. I love me. So, are you using young calf liver or just liver? I love smothered liver and onions. Jesus, you're making a beef stew. Black button flew off. Can't find it. Had to start it through Amazon. Damn. You have to order it through Amazon. I love liver, but I can never find young calf liver. I like young calf liver. I love liver and onions. Luby's in Texas used to do the best. If I didn't do it myself, I would go to Luby's and get liver and onions. I love liver and onions. Bronchitis almost took me out, y'all. Damn, Aesops. I'm sorry, sweetie. Yes, they do. Daddy, did you talk to PMR? Um, I told her about my phone call that I had. Um, I told her about my phone call that I had yesterday. Um, Girl, I love liver and onions. Debbie, do you eat liver and onions?
No, I'm not a big fan of liver, but I will eat pate or liverwurst.
But you're not a big fan of liver. I used to eat liverwurst when I was little with crackers, and I used to love
Mm-hmm.
liverwurst and cheese. Girl, I can't do it
Right.
anymore. I just
Like
can't
liver
do
and
it.
onions, I don't like it
Oh, you
prepared
got
that
the
way, but
liver
I
at
will eat.
HEB.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. She said, please keep this area in the. Yes, sweetie, I've been watching your weather down there. We had 6 confirmed tornadoes here last night. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go look. Um, Let me go look. Let me go look at the weather. Because I was looking at people here love Luby's liver. Yep, I used to love Luby's liver and onions. Love it, but we don't have Luby's here. And so done, you're at HEB. Are you in Texas, so done? Because Drea shops at HEB. Everybody. And also tomorrow morning, we're gonna be discussing Aisha degree because I think they're close to finding her, and they're actually combing that property where that couple lives at. Lemon rosemary, marinated chicken on the grill. Oh my God. Northeast, Miss Heidi. Okay. Or Daddy, if you're not busy, I can call you when I get off. Um, oh my God. Let's see. Let's see what, because somebody else they were without lights, and then somebody came on live last night and showed how the rain was coming down really, really bad. Oh my God, these people have just been. Oh, Debbie. I mean, these tornadoes are bad. I will keep praying for you, sweetie. I promise you. Arkansas was on last night. Well, yesterday afternoon. And that rain and that lightning was so bad. And then Tennessee is getting it. Um, North Carolina. Who else? Georgia. Hold on a second. Let me just show you this one. Hold on. You guys are getting it really bad. And Texas got it too. Texas is getting some weather right now too, with the flooding and everything. This weather is crazy. So here's this one.
In Hardy, Arkansas. Look at this. This is really bad.
Look at the flooding,
Flooded
girl.
up to the almost to the roof of that building. That's a car. Oh my goodness. And there's a Valero gas station. 40 Island Creek in Hardy, Arkansas is not passable. This is bad news.
Yeah. There goes a house.
Kentucky, Frankfort, Kentucky. Jesus. Arkansas was showing us last night on her channel. Hold on a second. Let me go to Arkansas really quick. I'm going to show y'all the weather that she had. Arkansas. Where is she? This is Arkansas. Let me show you. Hopefully she still has it up. Nope. She was live. She was showing us when she was this. I think this is it. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this rain. Look at the lightning, girl. Memphis has been flooding too.
God damn.
She took this outside of her door and she came live.
Oh, that ain't good.
Really? Oh my goodness. But this is what he was showing us. This
People cannot drive during this type of. They shouldn't be able
so
to
it
drive.
stopped for a
To
minute.
the beginning, it ain't that
But
far
I
away.
fell
And listen to
asleep
that thunder and
listening
lightning.
to it.
Girl, it was scared. I was shaking so.
Look at that.
Hey, sorry, I'm not looking at chat at all. I'm
Look.
trying to pay attention to what's going on around me. Sorry about that. To all the people that have arrived in
Look at this
chat and I'm not
cloud.
speaking to.
So I remember typing in the chat, I said, prayers to you and your family, please be safe. Cause that was a boom. So the house in Texas is all brick. All brick. Anytime you have thunder that shakes your damn bricks. And we had that doing Ike. And I was like, what? Shook the house. And it's all brick. There's no siding. All brick all the way around. That tells you how bad that thunder was. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, you guys stay safe. Stay safe, stay safe, and I will keep you guys in my prayers. Everybody keep them in the prayers. Don't forget, Savage is live this evening. For me, let me tell you what time. My husband but whipped the kid's ass in the shelter because oh my God, they grabbed your dog's neck. Oh yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, so this is Savage Speaks. She's going live at 3:15 Pacific time, 6:15 Eastern, and 5:15 Central. So let me drop this link in the chat for you guys. And the title of her live is Scammer Sunday. There you go. This is Savage's link for her live this evening. Hope to see you guys there. And if anybody knows, if I'm not in chat, can you please just send me a message and wake me up or ring my phone? Can you wake me up and ring my phone, please? I really appreciate it. You guys have a great Sunday, and we are out of here. Debbie, any last words?
No. Bye.
All right, guys. Great Sunday. Bye.